What's up, guys? It's time for a new video today. Today we're going to be talking about the differences between SSDs and hard drives. Mainly speed, of course price is an option because there's a huge difference in price even still to this day, but just what's worth it as far as SSDs is concerned and what's not worth it. So, your basic hard drive right now, hard drives are just cheaper. Hard drives are less reliable than an SSD. They have moving parts inside them, which causes to more problems such as breaking, data loss, moving, and stuff like that. You can hurt your machine. You can hurt the hard drive itself. But they are significantly cheaper. Like, it's not just a little bit of a difference. For instance, this is a Western Digital Caviar Blue. Western Digital is a highly reputable brand. They've been making hard drives for God knows how long, and this is a full terabyte for 55 bucks. So if we go ahead and click on this, this is basically what a hard drive looks like. It's a horrible picture. Sometimes the just pictures aren't that great, but it's $55. And you can see the price per gigabyte is, what is that, 5 cents? 5.5 cents? It's really unbeatable in price, and it's extremely reliable. I mean, it's fast. It's a fast hard drive. It's not a fast drive, it's a fast hard drive. So now we jump over to the SSD world, and things change a little bit. So there's plenty of things that you can do when buying an SSD to kind of cheap cut it, because there's a huge difference in speed between SSDs. You can get a very, very well-made system. I mean, a very well-made SSD, such as ones made by Intel and then OCZ. Like, they're very expensive, but they're well-made and they're very fast. But you can also spend something cheap and get something like the Kingston. I'm not ripping on Kingston. They know this is not the cheap. This is not a fast product. It's meant to be cheap. It's 120 gigs for 60 bucks. So if we go back over here, that's 55 bucks for a terabyte. This is like a little more than a tenth of the storage, and it's 60 bucks. Now, what's the difference between SSD and hard drive? Now, SSDs have absolutely no moving parts. They are almost 3 times as fast. So if you're really into moving files around, you're really into like video editing and stuff like that, and you don't want to keep your videos on like a mass storage drive, you want to use them as a temp space. You want to record the video and you want to save it like immediately to a drive. An SSD would be a great option for that. Just a small one. If you want to use it as a mass storage drive, of course you're going to have to beef out some big bucks and get a very large SSD. So the price per gigabyte on these is 50 cents. So it's almost 10 times as expensive per gigabyte. And this is not even the fastest of SSDs. This is a very good SSD if you're just looking to get one. You want to run your hard drive off of it, not your hard drive, your operating system off of it, and then some key programs. For instance, I have a Samsung 840 EVO, which is about 90 bucks right now, 120 gigabyte for 90 bucks. It's a really well made. Samsung's really good at making SSDs. I use it for my operating system and then like video games I play all the time and my key programs such as Google Chrome and stuff like that. So in that, it's very nice to have one just for that. You might end up spending double the price on hard drives, but keep in mind that SSDs are continually dropping in prices. Now, should you get an SSD as your main storage drive right now? If you have the money to go out and get, for instance, a 512 gigabyte, I mean a 520, yeah, 512 megabyte SSD, all for it. You can do it. They are a bit pricey. For instance, this one, like, they're above 200 bucks for 512. Keep in mind I mean, price per gigabyte is still 43 cents, but that's not horrible. Now, SSDs do have the best future as far as the drive world is considered. Modern day laptops now, the fast ones, are coming with SSDs. If you like Macs come with PCIe flash storage, which is pretty much an SSD that runs through a PCI Express lane instead of a SATA port. And it's extremely fast. It is the future of memory. So if you want something that's future-proof, it's fast, it's extremely reliable, and it rarely will break. you can go with an SSD. Keep in mind you will pay more out of your pocket for it, but in my mind it's kind of worth it. It's if you don't care about speed, you just want a mass storage drive. Like for instance, if we go back to the hard drives and we like filter this to like 4 terabytes or something like that, you probably get a 4 terabyte drive for probably like $160. Now, if you can't even get a 4 terabyte SSD right now. Yeah, like I said, 180. It's like, but if you wanted a terabyte SSD, it'll run you probably $450. Like they're expensive. They're in no way cheap, but they are extremely reliable. Well, thank you guys for watching this video. If you have any questions at all, put them in the comments. If you like this video, if you dislike this video, please leave the like and dislikes accordingly down bottom. And please subscribe. There'll be plenty more videos like this coming. Thank you.